Hello, welcome. In this video, I am going to explain 4 different topics related to file handling. I have divided this video into 4 programs. In the first program, you are going to see how to read a character from the keyboard and write it immediately to the file. You keep on reading the characters as long as the user wishes to, and immediately the character should be written to a file. In the next program, we are going to see how to read character by character from a file and display each one of them on the screen. Then we are going to see reading line by line from a file and display them on the screen. In the last example, we are going to see how to use redirectional operators of the operating system to accomplish file handling. You are going to see that even without writing any file handling specific code in the program, we are going to accomplish writing to a file and reading from a file. Let's jump into the program. So this is regarding reading character by character from the keyboard and writing it to a file immediately. Let me explain the program. So you know that first we have to open the file. As we are going to write character by character to the file, that's why I have opened the file in write mode. Then we repeat the process of reading the characters and writing the characters for infinite times as long as the user wishes to. That's why I have used an infinite loop. Get C stdin tells us that we want to read characters from keyboard. Stdin stands for standard input device, that is keyboard. So it keeps on reading characters from the keyboard and stores each and every character in the variable ch. When the user presses Ctrl plus Z, which is end of input, then the get C function returns -1. If ch is equal to -1, then the loop stops. So the loop should continue as long as ch is not equal to -1. Then as long as it is not equal to -1, then put the character, whatever character is read, into the file pointed by fp. When you come out of the loop, just close the file. Let me execute this program. Okay, let's keep on entering some characters. I say I live in Vizag. I love my country. I love programming. Okay. Now I want to stop. Press Ctrl and Z. The program has stopped. Now let's verify whether those characters are written to the file or not. Let's open the file content1. So we have to first navigate to this location. So this is the location. You can notice that content1 is printed out here. This is what we have written just now. I hope you have understood this program. So we are done with the first one. Let's move to the second one. Reading character by character from the file and display immediately on the screen. Let me close this project. Yeah. So this is regarding reading character by character from a file. So we want to read from the file isro.txt. This is there are some statements regarding the ISRO organization. It is present in this location. As we are going to read the content, that's why read mode. So first we run infinite loop. We don't know how many characters are present. Read character by character using fgetc. If it is a send of file, stop the loop. Otherwise, so print the character. We want to display each and every character in slow motion so that user can know that each and every character is read and printed. If you don't delay the execution, then as soon as we run this program, we see all lines at once. So we may not understand that each and every character is being read and printed. So I am making a system call. I'm invoking a sleep function of the operating system. So this is delay time. 1 means 1 second. If I say 0.1, 1/10 of a second. Now 1/100th of a second. So this is how we can read character by character from a file and display it on the screen. Let me run this program. Now see, each and every character is being read and displayed on the screen with a delay of 1/100th of a second. Had we not used a delay, then it would have displayed the entire content at once. I hope you have understood this program. So we are done with the second program. Now let's move on to the third one, where we are going to read line by line from a file and display them on the screen. Let me close this project. We are going to read line by line from this file. We have some lines in this file. Notice that there is a line gap over here, and we have 9 lines. Okay, this entire thing is treated as a line because I haven't pressed enter key. Okay, I have continued. Okay, so let's see the program. So just to mention the name of the file, again read mode, then run the loop for infinite times, as we are not aware of how many lines should be present in a file. We could even read this file name dynamically as well using scanf function. Okay, to read string or line by line, we have to use fgetS function, get a string. So first we have to pass into which string we want to read that data. So here I have defined a character array of size 201. It can be any number. I am assuming that each line may contain up to 200 characters. This extra one is to hold the null character. That's why you give one number less than whatever you have declared over here. Then the file pointer. So I am repeating, read a string or line into this array, maximum of 200 characters. Say there are only 50 characters in the line, then what happens? Then it stops. So when it encounters 200, the maximum size, or if it encounters end of the line, or if it encounters end of the file, whichever occurs first, fgetS stops reading. Okay, then fgetS function returns null if it reaches end of the file. Then we stop the loop. Otherwise, print the string. I'm just displaying some stars at the end of each and every line. Then I'm delaying by 1 second after displaying each and every line. I just want to count number of lines in that input file. I'm printing the number of lines. So I start count lines with 0 and keep on incrementing in the loop. So make sure that you include stdlib.h file when you use system function. Yeah, let me run this program. We are going to read the content from this file, line by line. Now see, this is because we have a line gap after this heading. Okay, we have 11 lines. So these 9 and this one and this one, 11 lines. I hope you have understood this program. Yeah, let's move on to the last one. Here we are going to use redirection operators which are present in the operating system. So you are going to witness that even without using a file handling or opening the file and closing the file, we are going to do some file output and file input. I am going to demonstrate it as 3 different programs. First one with greater than operator to write to a file, then less than operator to read from a file, and the last one I am going to use both less than operator and greater than operator. Let me close this project. So this is the first one. You can notice that there is nothing specific to file handling. It's a simple print statement. If I run this program normally, then what happens? Hello Datapro message is displayed on the screen. Now I want this message to be written into a file. Now how to accomplish it? Just build the program, don't run it directly. So using command prompt, navigate to the location where the exe file gets generated. Okay, this is the parent location of our project. Let's navigate to the project, redirection 1, then bin, debug. Okay, now say redirection 1. Then what we are going to do in this program? We want to write the message, whatever is there in the printf, into a file rather than on the screen. Just use greater than symbol. Means whatever the output we want to display by executing this program should be written into a file. We are redirecting where it should go. Some file name I mentioned. I say output 1.txt, something like that. Let's verify by opening the file output1.txt from this location. Okay, here we go. I hope you understood this part. Now let's go to the second one, taking input from the file. Let me close this project. Now you can notice that there is nothing specific to taking input from a file. A simple scanf function. We have just ignored the prompt message because we are going to take the input from file. We are not going to enter from the keyboard. So read the values into A and B, then add them, just print the sum. You build the project, don't run it directly. Navigate to the location. Go to the parent, then redirection to this one, bin, then debug. Then say redirection to, then from which file? Let's go to the location. So it is redirection to. Here open bin, open debug. We have a file numbers which contains the input for the program. So take the input. So for that we have to use less than symbol. From which file? Numbers.txt. That's it. There it is. They're displaying the output. I hope you understood this program as well. Now let's move to the last program where we are going to take input from a file and send the output to another file. Let me close this project. Open the last one. Okay. Same as that of previous example. In the code there is nothing different, but only difference is we are going to take the input from a file and we are going to write the output to another file. That's the difference. Let's build it. Make sure that that file is present in that project folder. Yeah, we have the input, but we don't have the output file. We are going to generate it. Let's go back again. Then cd bin, redirection 3, then cd bin and debug. Okay. Then say redirection 3, take input from where? Numbers.txt. Then send output to where? To which file? Let's say output, or let's say result 1.txt. Notice that the result file has got created. So there we have the sum. I hope you understood all these four concepts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.